Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Common Enemies. Today's guests are the Money Boys Radio fellas, Nick Viagas and Mitch Allen. We talk about hygiene, grooming, body hair as guys, and then they debate are musicals good or bad? Very fun episode, very silly, lovely time. Please enjoy. Bye-bye. All right, so we're talking about male hygiene and grooming to start. The one story that sticks out for me as far as like dealing with body hair is I was always a pretty hairy kid, but in eighth grade there was like a school field trip, like end of the year school field trip before you go to high school. So I had my first kiss, but like nowhere near pussy at all. And I thought, we're going on this field trip. I better shave everything downstairs in case, because like in my head, I'm like, I'm probably fucking at Six Flags tomorrow. So I better get it ready.
You're getting like roadhead on the roller coaster. Yeah.
So in my head, that's like what's for sure about to happen. So I am, the night before, like on my bathroom floor, like shaving my gooch with like a mirror. And of course, I've never done that before, and I don't know what a good process might be for it. So I cut my gooch, and I have to like put a Band-Aid on it that I just like wore around Six Flags. So mind you, I tried shaving everything, didn't finish, and then just had like most of my gooch shaven and like some of my like pubes above my dick.
It looks like, yeah, I'm imagining your penis looks like the thing from Toy Story 2. You know what I'm talking about? Like the doll in Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
It's like an X over one of the eyes.
No, it was
weird hair sticking out.
And so it was like a late May day. It's warm. And so like this Band-Aid that I have is like I can feel it like sort of sticking on, sticking off sort of thing. And then I while we're like walking around, I'm just like trying to shake the Band-Aid out from my shorts. And a girl saw it fall out, and then I just gaslit her into being like, no, there wasn't a Band-Aid in my shorts. What are you, crazy? No. But I feel like that's probably my worst, like most embarrassing, like hygiene story where it was like, yeah, this is like a sad moment for me as a 13-year-old. But have you guys ever had like any like you thought you were going to do something with your look or hygiene and then it like immediately backfired?
I got a haircut yesterday. That was a little bit like that.
That's been pretty tough. Have you often had bad haircuts? I feel like a bad haircut is a thing guys go through quite a bit.
Yeah, for sure. Also, I go to like the cheapest place I can find. It's actually Enrique's right over, you know what I'm talking about? It's like on Broadway. It's like the rainbow, like Catholic barber.
Mm.
Yeah, and I feel like my hair gets fucked up there probably like 50-50 whether it gets fucked up or not. I just like paying a little bit less.
Oh God, there's nothing worse than like a barber knowing he's done a bad job. And then like there's one time where I got a haircut and like the whole time I was like shaking my head because it felt wrong. I was like, there's no way this guy's got it. Because sometimes they turn you like away from the mirror.
Yeah.
That's not a good sign.
Yeah, because
you're not going to want to see this.
And I was like, he's like, I feel the clippers riding up really high. And I'm like, there's no way that is good.
Yeah.
And literally before he even turned me around, he handed me my hat back. I was like, ooh, all right.
Wow,
so
that'd be tragic.
And then he like doesn't even like turn me around all the way. It's like a 3/4. I'm like, you're done. And he's like, I'm like, well.
He's like, I'm gonna take the money right now.
Yeah. He's just and that was the most expensive haircut I've ever gotten too.
Damn.
It's $55, and I was like,
disappointing.
Yeah,
I started cutting my own hair.
That's a good move.
And like I just like committed to like looking whack for like 2 weeks, and I'm gonna like learn this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say I have good hair. right now because I'm growing it out.
Mitch has good hair.
Yeah, got real hair.
Actually, that's all people. That's your actual hair.
This is my hair. Yeah,
That's actually Indian women's hair.
Nick, fuck you, man. Shut up. It's my first video about
it. No, I cut my own hair for like I want to say like 2 years in college because I was getting a lot of bad haircuts.
Yeah,
and I was like, I'd rather look bad for free. Like that was sort of my rationale with it. And I feel like, I don't know, I eventually got to a place where I was like, I could kind of figure my way out around it.
Yeah.
I usually have like someone like fix the back a
little
bit.
The back is a tricky one.
The back's tricky. But other than that, you can kind of do most of the head.
Yeah. In my last apartment, I put a mirror on the back wall of my bathroom, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I put one of those standing mirrors widthwise.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then I had like good viewpoint. Installed a self-cut room. Yeah.
Yeah, installed it, like you mounted it.
You guys have always been hairy, like body hair wise too.
Oh yeah. You said since you were a kid. When did you?
Like 9. Here, I'll show you. I did this last episode with Tummy Bear too, but I'll show you guys my leg hair.
Yeah, that's pretty. Oh wow, that's pretty serious.
Christ. Yeah,
that's some serious stuff.
It probably wasn't that hairy at 9, but it was like.
Let's hope.
No, but like I'm not saying like if this is 100%, it was probably 80. That's at 9.
Kind of crazy.
What am I working with? Let's do the big reveal.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, all right. I'm pretty light.
Yeah,
on
I'm
the
light now. I'm
light on the.
I'm getting the thing where my hair falls out here. My dad gets the same thing.
I got that last year, but I think it was literally from like crossing my legs so much that I like rubbed a spot raw on my.
For sure.
But yeah, I mean, I was called Mr. Tumnus a lot growing up, the half goat, half man creature from the Chronicles of Narnia.
And that like felt good, or
yeah, honestly, I got like a lot of mythical creature nicknames that were never supposed to be compliments, but I was just like, oh yeah, that's just what I got to do for like that's what I am.
Or with the other ones like Swamp Thing, or
Frodo. Yeah.
Oh man, sorry.
But again, it was just like, yeah, this is like everyone's got their thing. I mean, I could also like dish it out too. I was like, I was ready. You know, if you looked weird and you were my enemy, you're
ready to strike.
I'd declare war.
Yeah. Weird.
When did you start shaving?
14.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That was just like the little mustache that I would grow.
I got that in like 7th grade. The little like
peach fuzz
Mexican guy mustache. You know what I mean? Yeah. When I was like, so it was probably like 11 or 12, something like that.
Were you like for real facial hair though, like 7th grade, where like people could like definitely see it?
Yeah, it was definitely like embarrassing, like really small mustache. Yeah.
There's always like that kid in 7th grade where it's like, whoa. Santa came early this year, dude.
Also, I was like really tall and I had like this weird like sweaty mustache. So I probably look like a urban legend or something.
Yeah. How tall were you in 7th grade?
I don't know off the top of my head, but it was definitely like probably
around 6 foot.
6 feet. Yeah.
Yeah. That would have
at the top of your head at 6 feet.
At the top of my head, about 6 feet.
Do you feel like that was a lot for people to handle in 7th grade?
Was it a lot for people to handle? Yeah, I think so. I mean, and I was always super tall. Like it was always, I didn't like hit a point where I became tall.
Okay.
Like I remember I was like 5 feet tall when I was in 2nd grade.
Good God.
Yeah, I was always huge.
Yeah, I think I was 5 foot tall at the end of 8th grade.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I love when a kid randomly does go through like a massive like bodily change though. That sounds weird to say now that I've said it.
I know that's a cool fact about you that you love that.
I love when boys grow up real quick.
Yeah, we're right near a school.
Yeah. I feel like speaking of like
you're doing good. Matt yells at us.
You're growing. I can see it.
You went through a change. You're an adult now.
I like it.
To me.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say I feel like every guy speaking of change and grooming. I feel like everyone remembers the first girl who got boobs
Oh yeah,
yeah. It's like a big,
and how every 6th grade boy attacks her immediately.
Yeah.
They're like, "Witch!"
It's like surprising.
I remember I was like, I have a crush on that girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like, this is the love of my life.
You don't really. Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, Anna, by the way, I love you so much."
Something about you just suddenly. I just know your name now for some reason.
You're like the coolest girl I've ever seen.
Yeah. You're just like my mom. So cool.
Oh God, that's.
Have you met my mom?
She has boobs too.
You guys would get along.
You should have that girl and my mom on this podcast.
Yeah, they debate boobs. No, boobs are wrong. Should be made illegal.
So did you hit puberty early then? If you had a mustache?
Yeah.
Do you remember first pubes? Is that?
Ooh, I remember getting made fun of. Like some dude tried to sun me. He's like, "Wait, well, fuck you, man, because wait until you get pubic hair, and then you can talk." It was like that sort of thing, and that kind of fucked me up for a minute. I'm like, I'm gonna get pubes, and you'll see.
You're gonna be so mad.
You fucking watch
it until I get pubes.
There's so many pubes.
It's gonna be over for you.
It'd be a jungle down there.
You walk in one day and you're like, "Who's a man now?"
2 years later, he's forgotten he said it.
Yeah.
I'm a man. I'm a grown boy. Look at it.
Yeah.
No, I remember that was a thing for me. Is I think 7th grade, I got bullied for I still had like a pretty high voice in 7th grade,
Yeah, me too, man.
and it was like, yeah, your balls haven't dropped yet, and at first I was like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
And then once I found out, I was like, that hurts my feelings a lot.
Yeah.
You're like, suck my dick.
That makes me feel bad.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
There's a couple of older dudes that I met at like a band camp, and they were talking about like getting shit stuck in your ass hair. I was like, that's wild that people grow hair on their ass. I mean, why would you know that happens? It doesn't make any intuitive sense. It's not like you've probably seen your dad's pubes, but you've never seen your dad's asshole hair. You know what I mean?
I mean,
so I unless you wanted to.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I mean, we worked out a deal, me and my dad.
You were like, I'll show you mine. You show me. I want to show your dad your ass.
I feel like that honestly is like the 3 steps of manhood is not having ass pubes.
Yeah.
Having ass pubes and thinking, I'll never get shit in my ass, stuck in my ass pubes.
Yeah.
And then just constantly getting shit stuck in your ass pubes.
A bidet. What do you think about a bidet?
I love a bidet.
Ugh, I hate bidets.
I love a bidet.
I think the complete opposite, because it's like, I don't know. I feel like it just shoots.
I will say a lower quality bidet. I'd rather not have a bidet. But there's some that are fucking sniper shots, and I swear, I don't know what it is, but some are better.
That's such a cope, man. I don't respect you as a debater. You're like anytime it's just like, bro, I fucking like, imagine like, I fucking hate chocolate. It's like, well, low quality chocolate. It's just like, it's like,
that's common ground. It's like, okay.
It's like I hate flying. It's like, well, low quality planes, man. You know what I mean? But I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm assuming there are a range of.
You're on the same page?
No, I'm pretty neutral. I could be the moderator. I don't really,
okay.
I don't have a strong opinion.
Yeah, just if you do that again, I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna lose it.
You're gonna call me like
start crying. Like, I'll show you my fucking kids.
I'll show you I'm a man. Okay?
All right, fine, dude.
I'm gonna go sicko mode. Sicko mode is just me shitting my pants and crying. I don't know, man.
So the reason I bring that up is I feel like if you use a bidet on a hairy ass, such as mine, or I presume yours, and then you hit it with the toilet paper after, it's like it's a massacre.
No, for sure.
If the wet paper towel in your ass hair,
I will say you got to give it time. You got to let it dry. Do it like some good bidets come with like a drying fan for after.
That's really nice.
So I'm not a cope guy.
They should just have
egg on your face.
They should just have fans for your ass in the bathroom Period.
Honestly.
Right? That would be great.
I want it to be like the little, like at the dentist office where it's like they have the water and then the vacuum
Ooh,
in your hand at the
yes.
same time.
Mm.
Where it's like
That is correct.
There's like someone's like with a hose and then just like a Dyson just
That's really, you need like a,
This is
like
my
a-
Shark Tank.
a medical assistant to wipe your ass.
Yeah.
You need like a home health aid.
Yeah, no, I think, oh God.
And it vibrates too and just get all of
I'm really fixated.
Yeah. Ooh, that'd be nice. Dude, I'm on your. He wins the debate with the debate.
So it's like a bidet that goes about 7 inches into your ass and then vibrates.
There's like a big brush and you can like sort of like a pipe cleaner, you know? Just,
right.
And it vacuums the fucking shit out of your ass. It's warm.
Gets all the Santorum out of there.
Yeah, it lubes it up.
Sprays this. Forget the water. Just spray fucking lube on that shit.
Don't you hate when you're using your ass cleaning toy and all that lube is just pouring out of you?
Yeah. It's like, I don't like this bidet at all.
What's going on with this?
Yeah.
Is there a way that I was like, do I have to take a shower now?
Yeah.
All this butt cum is coming out of me.
Right,
Yeah,
and
right.
the cum too. Right.
I hate. That's why I don't shit anymore.
Yeah.
Too much cum.
I'm coming out of my butt too much. I feel like I sounded a little bit like Larry David there. I was like, oh my God, what are you doing? I'm coming out of my butt.
This cum in my ass.
This cum in my ass. What are we doing?
Is this normally how the pod is? We talk
Yeah.
about jizz in our butt? Okay, cool.
Yeah, no. I mean, the last episode I did with Tommy, we literally just talked about weird guys for 45 minutes.
Oh, that's great.
What was the weirdest guy you got to?
I didn't even
Black
get
guys.
to get. I didn't even get to the weirdest guy.
What's-
But I'm saving it because we're gonna do like a repeat.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna do
No,
Weird Guys Part 2.
Forget about it.
But I told him about a lot of weird guys in my life. I got the quiet kids. I said that's bad pretext to it. In like a AP US history class, we always did like skits, and I always got the best grade despite being the dumbest kid in class. And so all the smart, quiet kids were like, "What's your secret? Like, what do you do?" And I go, "I just say whatever I think I shouldn't say in the skit because our teacher loves that." And they took it as, "Oh, we're gonna say the N-word a lot in the skits," and they did. The quietest kids in class.
And the teacher's just like, let's fucking go. AP.
So I'd sworn I'd had skits where there was like a prohibitionist preacher and I made him gay and addicted to crack. And so they were like, "Oh, we can go for it."
Right.
And so they really went for it. And the whole
Nothing's
class laughed because it was like we couldn't believe what was happening, but they thought they killed. And then the teacher at the end was like, "And Daniel's group, you got a 55 out of 100."
That's really generous for the screaming the N-word.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, it's just like
half. You got halfway.
well, they
there.
immediately were like,
Actually, a
"That
little more than
seems-"
that.
They were like immediately like, "That seems a little harsh." And I was like, "You just like, I don't know why you thought screaming the N-word a dozen times was gonna do it for you, but there was no historical context."
What was the topic?
Slavery.
Okay, well, I mean,
That's the big
one. There is some historical
there's some
context
historical
in that scenario.
But
You know what? Like what context? Do you remember? Like, not that
so
it was
for-
bad regardless. But
that was another thing.
Man, I
was
hate being a slave. Just general
So,
slavery.
this was like the end of the year, and so we all got to. There was like two things you could pick, and we're like, we've already taken the AP test, so like doesn't really matter. It's like we're just doing a skit, but we could pick what like
racial
time like
slur.
yeah
we could say.
yeah. Ooh, I got the one. But it was like what time period it was. That's all I can remember. So my group got like time period and then like what like specific thing about that time period. So they did like early 1800s slavery or something. And so they went with that. My group was like I think like early rock and roll history. So we made like Elvis overdose on like a toilet, and we did like a whole like dying while shitting bit, and he loved that. He was like, that was like really good,
inspiring.
Yeah, there was like I think 6 skits throughout the year. That was the only reason I passed the class.
Right.
I just was so.
You're an artist. You're an auteur.
Yeah, I literally would like tell my friends, I was like, don't touch the script. I'm going to wait until 1 a.m. until I'm manic. And then I'm going to write it all. And I'm going to be 20 minutes late to class. And then we're going to do this thing.
A 5, 6, 7, 8.
But like my friends would always be like, it's 1 a.m. This is due tomorrow. You don't have anything written. And I'm like, you're disrespecting me as an artist. You don't know. I was like a little fucking dictator Tarantino type where I was like, you don't know what it takes to do this, okay?
Yeah.
You've never achieved greatness like I had. Yeah. I got a 105% last skit, okay?
Yeah.
I took it really seriously.
It's like, all right, I got it. Next day, all right, I got it. So Elvis, right? He overdoses on the toilet,
and then
of course, this guy,
and then we get this guy to say the N-word a lot. Yeah. When he's right, he's right. You know?
Yeah. It's funny also to imagine like the other kids, like the quiet kids in class. Mm-hmm. They all like probably spent a lot of time on their skit and like really were sure the N-word was the right thing to do when they're.
Well, that was another thing is that they had a beep on their phone to like go. So they wanted to say it, but they also wanted to like cover it up.
Oh, so they would say it and beep,
but they kept missing the beep.
Right,
they missed most of the beeps.
Was that intentional or?
I don't know. Either way, it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. For them to like the quietest kids in class to say it and then try and hit it simultaneously and miss,
like with intentions of getting an A+.
Yes.
Were there black people in the class?
One.
Oof.
Yeah.
Rough.
I'm guessing they were not the person saying
they were not a part of that group.
What did they think?
No.
They weren't a big fan, believe it or not.
Uh-huh.
What was the black person skit? What was
they
said cracker a lot.
That made me uncomfortable. I don't remember the two. Okay. I just remembered my skit, and then I remembered the quiet kid saying the N-word a lot.
Yeah, that's
it's a memorable thing to see.
Yeah.
That's not about butt pubes though.
Let's get back on topic here.
Grooming, yes.
Right.
Fucking.
Oh, here's some. Here's a thing I think of with body hair. So my girlfriend, she's Irish and German.
Ugh.
Mom's Irish. I know. Trust me. No hair on neither of them.
Wow.
When I stay in her mom's house and I take a shower, it's a fucking massacre in the shower. It's like it's a white tub, so my body hair is like covering.
And they don't get it.
Yeah,
they
and
think that you're a dog, basically.
I feel like an animal when I like leave the shower and there's like gross hair all over the bathroom. I have to like go and like pick every single one up.
We lived together for a while. Our tub got clogged constantly. It was like
disgusting.
It was horrifying.
Can I tell you?
I tried to do like a DIY like drain. I got like the most hardcore drain cleaner I could find, and it just like ended up bubbling it up.
Yeah, no.
And then the ceiling fell down in that bathroom. On my head while I was trying to declog the bath.
Fuck that.
It was just sink too. The sink was.
It was the worst. Yeah.
As far as like hair and body, like I had the same thing recently.
Okay.
Where it was like I'd done everything in the book, and so I finally got like a snake drain. And when I pulled it out, like it looked like if you had tried to turn hair into poop. That's what it looked like coming out of the drain.
Hair sculpture.
A mad scientist.
What if we could turn butt pubes into poop?
We're wasting time here.
Yeah, let's just all make it poop.
That would be convenient. Like sometimes
to turn your ass pubes into poop.
I don't know what I'm saying.
If you could just wipe all the hair off your body as if it were poop, that might be nice.
Yeah, to just like sort of wipe this. Can you imagine going into like a Brazilian waxer and they're just shit?
They just use their hands.
Shit-kicked pubes. You're like, what's going on? I figured I'd get it all.
I have an important audition coming up.
I was in a rush, so I figured you could handle it.
Going to the Brazilian waxer so they can wipe your ass every time you shit. I love being Jeff Bezos.
Honestly,
Brazilian.
I bet you like waxers. No joke, have had to deal with that. Like, like
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And blood. If they're tearing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Probably that.
I think they're more prepared for that one. I've found that if you bring poop to a blood fight, people don't like it.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait,
you used to have like shit on your arms when you're at the doctor, and there's like, this is a blood fight.
Oh, dude, there was one time. So you were saying?
No, just I'm here to donate
poop
blood, and you're like take your pants off and take poop.
Just on like the doctor's like fucking bench they set you on. You're just like, well, here goes nothing.
And they have a needle. Like, whoa, what the hell?
What's that for?
You're gonna fit that in my ass?
They start going to your shoulder, and you're just like,
nope, they're right here. Actually,
no, come on. Yeah.
I usually get my vaccines in here.
Yeah.
There's one time I got like blood drawn, and it was at this like I had to like get it like a blood test, and it was like this really bad clinic in like the Lower East Side, and
CHN.
What's that?
Was it CHN? Community Healthcare Network. Honestly,
I forget.
Okay,
I probably have an email somewhere, but anyway, the doctor seems like pretty aloof when I get in there, and he's like very scattered and like looking for stuff. And he goes, "Yes, you want to get the blood test?" And I'm like, "Yep." And he goes, "Yeah, okay, I'll be back." And he's gone for like 10 minutes trying. I don't know where he's gone, but he like draws my blood and then just like takes it out, and then like a bunch of blood starts like just coming out, and then it's just like on the like seat, and he like is looking for gauze, and I'm like, this is
where did I put my gauze?
This is a bad so he finds gauze, puts it on my arm, and then like puts a Band-Aid over it, and then there's like just blood on the seat, and then with the gauze that has my blood on it, he just like starts dabbing the seat. Doesn't like alcohol wipe or anything. He's just like,
oh my god,
yeah, good enough. That's a good day's of work right there.
I see a really shitty doctor. I see Dr. S. Wang. Do you know that sign?
Mm-mm.
It's like a block or two away from here. I don't know if you care about that, but he is such a shitty doctor. Like the first time I went in there, he was like, "You're on Medicaid, right?" And I was like, "No," and he was like, "Oh." So
you think you're better than me?
He calls me Chief too whenever I'm in there.
Nice.
He's not Chinese. He is Taiwanese. I don't know if you take a stance on that.
This podcast respects Taiwan.
Gotcha.
We respect the sovereignty of Taiwan.
Gotcha.
That's like mostly what the podcast is about now.
That would be a good debate. One China over on Money Boy's side, but
what?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's a guy.
All right.
And he talks really fast, and he calls me Chief. Like the first time I went in there, he was like, "You drink socially, right, Chief?" Like not like how often do you drink alcohol? He was like, "You're from." I get the kind of thing with you, right? Like you're like you drink a little bit, nothing crazy.
It's like actually I was an alcoholic. Man.
Yeah,
he's like, yeah, it's hard. Yeah,
I went in there first time I went in there, I was like full blown alcoholic. He was like, "You're good, right?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't know." Yeah, and yeah. Oh yeah, he weighs me with all my clothes on too. Like I didn't even like take anything out of my pockets the first time.
For sure.
Yeah, he's just a really shitty.
No, I like a shitty doctor because it's like there was one time I went in. I've always had like lower back pain ever since I was like 16, and I go in. I was probably 19 at the time, and he like pokes my back, and he goes, "Does that hurt?" And I go, "Not really." And he goes, "But it like hurts when you like move it around." And I'm like, "Yep." And he goes, "Yeah, it's probably gonna be like that for the rest of your life."
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, you'll figure it out.
Thanks for the help, buddy.
Yeah, no, thanks. I'm glad I could put all this money towards you. This is money well spent.
There's something else I'm forgetting about Wang. He did. Do you remember? I told you about it right after I went there.
No. I gotta piss. Can I take a piss real quick?
Hey, you gotta take a piss.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah. When did you start like really curating and like trimming your beard? Do you do it, or do you have a barber do it?
I do it.
Okay.
I started doing the line down here. Probably 4 years ago, something like that.
All right. Before you just let it rock?
I just let the neck rock.
Mm.
Yeah. And then I would just shave this kind of every once in a while. Kind of everything else I should shave the same amount I've always shaved it, which is to say kind of when I remember.
Mm.
Yeah.
Are you? I feel like you've been mostly beard since I've known you.
Yeah, occasionally I'll do a full shave just for fun.
How does that make you feel when you do it?
I feel bad.
I feel bad.
Yeah.
I don't think I've done a full shave in years.
I kind of want to do your thing soon.
The
like
mustache
with like a little.
Yeah,
like
I think because I feel like it's easier maintenance. Because I feel like when it's the beard, you have to like be on top of it a little bit more because it like can look a little bit. But I feel like this, I just like trim the mustache like once a week, and then I just do like a full like trim with like the buzzer around, and then it's like pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
when I shave, I feel like I look like chicken breast or something. Like I
yeah,
feel
there
like a baby.
there is a thing where like if you do a thing that's outside of your normal like grooming pattern, you immediately remind yourself why you don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Where it's like I know some people who like bare shave, like razor shave their pubes.
Ugh,
I'm like,
freaks.
You psycho.
Yeah.
What do you do? Who's this for?
Yeah.
Like there's no one's like pumped that you're bare as a fucking. I don't want to say baby, but I'm gonna. There's a baby.
Like
Babies,
a baby.
Yeah. I don't like it though.
You're saying you don't like it. I don't like it because it's like a baby.
I hate it. I want a man's dick here. All right.
The hell is this?
It's a baby's dick? God, gross.
God.
Give me a bear.
Also, if you shave it like all skin, if you skin fade your pubes, it immediately becomes like there's a lot of friction on it like a day later. Do you know what I mean? It probably really hurts like really soon after you.
That was
shave
me. I did that when I was like 7th, 8th grade when I was
probably did it. Yeah.
No, but like that's a rookie mistake.
Yeah.
To think that like it needs to be that closely shaven and then be like, this hurts. And I'm 13. This isn't for anyone.
Yeah.
I'm just like, for me, it was like pube grooming jump shots where I was like, I know this doesn't matter now, but when it comes to game time and I need to be ready to actually trim my pubes, I've been in the gym.
The fundamentals. You're in the fundamentals now.
I know the patterns. I know how this shit works.
Recently I did a naked stand-up show.
Okay.
And as a joke, I shaved my penis looked like George Costanza. Like I shaved it so it looked like Shakespeare.
Like male pattern baldness.
Yeah.
On
sick. My penis. I thought of all these jokes about it. And I was so nervous when I got up there. I didn't even address it. So like my penis is like still kind of like that. It's like a month later.
You had the weirdest pubes and didn't address it.
I must have looked like a fucking crazy person.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But I still look down and I'm like, why the fuck did I do this?
Oh yeah, there was when I played football freshman and sophomore year of high school, we always used to like we were the Indians, so we would always do yeah. We just appropriated any type of native tribe that we could think of. So when it came to like our big game against like our rival high school, we'd go like, all right, well, for this game we're the Mohawk Indians. So we do like a Mohawk. But
other hairstyles are available. We're gonna do the Onondaga.
There's like
rainbow afro.
Well, there's also like the tribes that are like shaved head and then like long ponytail.
Oh, what's it? Okay, that's a good look. Yeah.
Are you from New York?
I'm from Napa, California.
Napa, California.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they have tribes over there?
You believe it or not, like most tribes, they're dwindling numbers.
Sure.
We just kind of used it for a costume because I guess that's what you do when you're high school. I don't.
Did you say that you had a football game where you did a ponytail?
You all did ponytails?
No, I was saying as far as other examples of hair besides a mohawk
that were available.
Yeah. But what I would do, I would always go for like something else besides the mohawk. So the one year I did reverse mohawk, where I just shaved a line in the middle of my head. And then one year I basically looked like the power symbol on a remote, where it was like a mohawk and then also shaved in the like around the mohawk, but then a circle around.
That's not bad at all.
That's pretty cool.
No issues here.
Yeah. It was fun, but then like,
did you do that?
No, I had someone else do it.
Okay, that makes sense.
It didn't. I could have done it. It wouldn't look the same. It looked bad, but like on purpose.
Yeah.
But
I'm
I'm so good at football. I'm fucking nuts.
I'm the power sign, dude.
Yeah.
But then I would also shaved my football number into the side of my leg hair because it was hairy enough to where you could like see it.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, that was. You guys ever dye your hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
You got to bleach it first,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I bleached my hair. I did that twice, and then I did it pink, so I looked like I was in Brockhampton or something.
Does that's I mean that's huge in Brooklyn.
It was when I did it 2 years ago, something like that.
Oh, that was a big thing. That was like panty time.
Yeah. I've only done it since the pandemic.
Word.
Like right when it happened, I shaved my head and then gave myself like fucking Amber Rose hair.
Okay.
Like shaved and bleached it, and then I kept bleaching it as
I imagine like a shaved head, like American History X, but like doing what you did.
Yeah.
Or it's like the Brooklyn version of that.
Yeah, it looks like Dominic Fike or something.
Yeah.
When you said that was pandy time, I thought you said, "Oh, that's panty time, bro." And I thought you guys like just kept going, like, "Oh, dyeing your hair, that's fucking panty time, right?" They're dropping fucking panties.
Dropping, but not wearing panties.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
Honestly, that's a cool.
That's panty time right there, bro.
That's panty time right there.
Sicko mode, panty time.
Are you in sicko mode or panty time? I don't know. Ask me in 5 minutes.
50-50.
That's a dangerous mix. If you're half panty mode, half sicko mode.
Yeah,
bro, mix sicko mode and panty time.
I
fucking died.
I don't know if I'm half sicko mode, half panty time, or just bisexual. I don't know what. I don't know. The labels of it are weird, you know? I'm also a Gemini, so that's a thing.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Bipolar.
I'm freaking the fuck out. That's for sure. All right. Are you guys ready to do your debate?
Oh,
Sure.
fuck. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So you guys were having a debate before this.
At some point, yeah.
And it was essentially about whether musicals are good or not.
Are valid on the streets.
Are
Yes.
valid on the streets.
Yeah.
Okay, that validity is a whole
Yeah.
different ballgame.
Okay. So yeah.
Yeah. First statements.
Ding.
Ring a ding.
All right. So I just want to qualify this movie, which is that like I think most musicals are shitty and awful. Like there's like a dozen that are good.
All right, I win then.
Yeah, I was gonna say off to a good start.
Yeah. But like there's like 20 maybe that I think are good. Most of them, like I don't see Broadway shows. I'm not going to see musicals, whatever. But there's a couple, especially in the 70s, that are like surpassing pieces of art. They're like
Just like fucking bidets, the good ones are good.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Don't
I think-
respect this argument.
Listen, I mean, you're the moderator. We're on the same
What-
page here, right?
What are
Good things are good.
But I'm saying it's like late 70s, like American cinema. Like there were musicals that are like that.
What musicals are you thinking of?
I'm thinking about like Company. You ever heard of that show?
Mm.
So it's like there's no plot. It's like this weird theater thing of this guy who's like single and kind of like lost in New York. And
I'm
he's like,
single and I'm lost. Is it like that?
it's like that.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
it's like that.
I don't like this at all.
And it's like, imagine if one of those movies, there was a full orchestra that was like accentuating all the emotional parts of it. It's good. It's good.
I do. I will say I like an orchestra.
You like an orchestra?
I like an
Yeah.
orchestra. Counterpoint.
I mean, you can have an orchestra without a musical, without some guy being alone. You know what I mean?
I'm saying it's there's musicals that are like searching and weird and
Okay.
it's not
But
all
there's
like
guys-
Newsies or like
Yeah.
Lion King. Or that
But he's
kind of
also
thing.
saying, "I'm alone."
He sings. He does sing.
Oh no, where's my wife?
I think
I like a wife
Borat
right
the
now.
musical. Oh no, where's my wife? Pamela Anderson.
Right.
Dude, honestly,
He
They were
just
good.
extends his words, and it's not a musical.
Pamela.
Pamela. That suit is black night. See, honestly,
I could get into that extended Borat. He just extends
Yeah.
his words.
Is there a winner of the debate? Like, do you say who wins the
I
debate
think I
in your
won the
mind?
debate.
yeah. Typically, there's.
Yeah.
I've also had it been like there's times where it's like a little bit wishy washy, and we just sort of like Ryan Thomas and I debated what would be better, getting murdered or dying of an overdose,
Mm-hmm.
and we discovered why we each chose our thing, but like acknowledging each other's like understanding of where we were coming from.
Uh-huh.
We sort of just ended like, huh, all right.
Was there a third person?
No, it's just him and I.
Okay,
So when
yeah,
it's
that
just
makes
me and
sense.
another, like one other guest, we
Uh-huh.
just debate amongst each other.
Gotcha.
Um,
That reminds me of in high school, I had a really good friend who he once had a dream that we were playing Settlers of Catan.
Yeah.
And the dream was that we decided to not fight and just like build like a beautiful society with like good roads and
That's really
good
Good
farming. It reminds me
infrastructure.
of that. Yeah.
Efficient farming.
sustainable, good trade systems.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like they want us to be
That's
fighting
beautiful.
about musicals. You know what I mean?
Can
We
you
should be
imagine?
uniting?
Can you imagine
Yeah,
playing
that-
Catan with someone and they take something away from you and you're like, what the fuck, man? Why?
Yeah.
I thought we were in this together. Why?
Yeah. What did I do to you?
What the hell, man? I will say, I think I would like musicals better if it wasn't that kind of singing where it was like, I'm alone and I'm in New York.
Yeah, if they
Like,
kept the songs to being songs, and then they did the acting and dramatic work without the songs, and then they
Yeah.
kept them separate, that'd be better.
There's also a musical theater-ness energy that
Yeah.
I think I've always
Mhm.
been generally opposed to.
Yeah,
I hear you. That's what I'm saying.
but the '70s are the good ones when they're really doing it raw and doing it hard and good in the '70s.
like good musicals. Like
Pre-AIDS theater.
Yeah,
Hamilton, Beauty and the Beast. We recently had a riff on our podcast about Hamilton.
yeah,
Talked about that for a long time.
it was a good. Check out our show; it's good.
Michelle Obama once said that Hamilton. We're not just going to do it again, but Michelle Obama once said Hamilton is the best piece of art in any medium.
That makes me upset to no bounds.
It's upsetting.
Yeah.
Especially because I feel like with any cult fandom of anything, you don't like the thing because you just don't like it. But then there's all of this like crazy buzz around it that makes you more infuriated by it. Like if
Mhm.
someone was like, "Oh yeah, shitting your pants is awesome," and you're like, "Oh no, it's not really for me."
Right. You're like, that's a crazy person.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
millions of other people are like, "No, shitting your pants is the coolest."
Mhm.
You'd be like, well, I'm having dark thoughts now, so
And then Michelle Obama's like, shitting your
Shitting your
pants
pants
is the best.
we need to
thing.
incorporate this with children in our school. It's part of my new lunch program.
Shitting your pants is okay.
She's Obama now.
My fellow Americans.
My fellow Americans, I'm Michelle Obama. You need to shit your pants.
We're coming.
My fellow Americans, my wife needs to shit her pants. Good night.
And I like it.
And
And she did that.
I like it, and I'm gonna let her.
Imagine if Obama released his end of the year playlist and one of the things is like Michelle's farts. Like
That's
a
on the
track
song
of
list.
Michelle
It's like
farting.
Travis Scott, like the one where he talks about the bitches. I like that one. And then my wife shitting her pants.
Dude, yeah, just like not even listing songs, but just saying what the songs are about. Like there's a Travis
yeah.
song where he's talking about the bitches.
Yeah, it goes
and the
like,
money and the chains. I like that.
Fucking,
He should say why he likes all those.
And then
songs.
there's this one Aerosmith song where he's like, he just can't get enough of this woman. He's watching her in her sleep. I like that. It's like me and Michelle.
There was at the most recent Super Bowl party I was at.
brag.
Yeah, I was invited. Literally, I was just playing like a 1 hour loop of fart noises.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
started by playing dog whistles, just so it was like until like
That was
people
good.
got like anxiety and were like, "What the fuck is that noise?" And I'd stop it. And I did that for like 5 minutes, and then I did fart noises.
Were you one of those kids with a fucking laser? Did you do laser?
No.
I feel like you'd like that. I feel like that would be like a good
Look,
thing
I
to get
do
into.
like
Getting
some-
lasers and they're just like shining on a baseball field.
I
Is it- no.
knew a kid that had like the FBI come to his house because he was like shining it at like a.
How'd they fucking find him? That's crazy. They have that technology. They have cameras in the sky.
And they like executioner style, just like shot him in the back of the head.
He was like 12 at the time.
He's in his backyard with a laser. He's like,
They have one of those like ATVs with a
Yeah,
machine
turrets,
gun on the
just
back
like-
turret, just destroying.
Just
helicopter.
Swiss
Vietnam.
Just Swiss cheesing some house in the suburbs because some kid has a laser.
I don't think that's appropriate.
No, that's crazy, man. The government's whack.
No, but I did have a fart machine. We'll get back to theater in a second. I did have a fart machine like app on my phone when I was like in 8th grade.
Right.
And I was doing the same thing where I would like just play it so that people would like hear farts, but then like try and be sly.
Mhm.
And there was one fart that was like, it was called a mosquito, and it just sounded like a mosquito, like, and it was like 14 seconds.
Mhm.
And everyone got quiet at the same time, and the teacher was just like looking directly at me, and I just was like staring back at her, trying to act like it wasn't me. And she was like, Matthew, and I was like, so you wanted the answer to number 4, right? And she's like, you have to go outside. And I was like, well, that's fair. You
Damn.
got me.
How fucking happy were you though when you got one of those farts off?
Oh,
like
man,
a really quiet time. Yeah.
No, I literally, I did hold it together, but I had been in trouble enough times in that class where she was like, there's no one else that it's going to be.
I'm going to go Matthew on this one.
I'm going to roll the dice. And one time we got in trouble because we threw a pencil at the back of her head.
Back of her head?
Yeah.
Eraser or a sharp part?
Like the body.
It landed flat.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
My friend Noah threw it at her, and Noah was sitting right next to my friend John. And then we just were like, well, John's a good kid. We'll just blame it on John. So then he was like crying because it was going to be like his first detention. And then we like held strong and like, we're like, nope, it was John.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like, at the very end, we're like, all right, it wasn't John. We feel bad now. But theater, do you have any, is it just bad? Do you just admit that it's bad maybe?
Okay. So I think maybe here's the thing. So when I was a kid, my dad worked in theater. He worked at, Playbill when I was a kid.
Okay.
And I think that the aversion to the musical theater thing, I think just when I was it's like you always like the milk that you drank when you were a kid, like if it's 1% or 2% or skim or whatever. I think I just didn't develop the aversion to it. But like my dad, he's like a 67-year-old man, lives on Long Island, and he'll just like throw on like Hello Dolly, like with no trepidation,
just chilling
out. He'll throw on Moulin Rouge, the new musical where it's just like a bunch of other
So you grew up,
songs.
that was like cleaning music in your house.
Yes,
where
literally.
like Sunday, doing chores.
Yes.
You're listening to Hello, My Baby, Hello, My Darling, Hello, My Ragtime Gal.
Hello, My Ragtime Gal? That kind of stuff, yeah. Like,
what do you say to your mom? Hello, my ragtime gal.
I just imagine you being like a hypebeast teen, but like about musicals, where it's like, Dad, this ragtime gal bullshit is so mid. Throw on some Cats, Dad.
He still will throw in like Man of La Mancha, like stuff that's for girls, like for little girls. he just loves that kind of music.
Do you have a relationship with your father where you can be like, this is for little girls, right?
Dad, your buns. You're so wild.
Dad, your buns.
No, he knows. The thing is also in my family, I'm the guy that hates musical theater. Like my brother, we're all straight, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're just like he loves theater. They throw on Rent. He loves musicals, and they're all like, I'm the one that doesn't like musicals because I only like some.
That's one I like. I like the 525,600. They do a lot of like numbers in that. And I like that. It just
all
appeals
different
to
you just like
my
the
disposition. I like the amount of numbers in that.
The
song.
autism.
So, yeah, it's like that is the correct amount of minutes. I like that. they did the exact amount of minutes they needed to do.
You like the ASMR. I feel like.
They actually got that perfect.
Yeah.
That's my only part of the song I like though. I just play that on.
Yeah.
Right.
It gives you perspective. It's like, wow, I really did sleep a lot and drink a lot of coffee cups. It's beautiful.
There are so many ways to measure time.
Yeah. How do you measure a year?
525,000.
Yeah, I don't even know the lyrics.
Yeah, well, I have said to my dad before, like, I don't like musicals. Like, we went to a musical once and I walked out. I saw Kinky Boots with him, and at the intermission I was like, this is so fucking gay, man. I don't know what the fuck you're doing here. And I've asked him before, like, why do you like theater so much? Like, you're like Italian guy from Long Island. Like, why do you like this thing?
Hey, whoa!
And he's just like, I don't know. When I was a kid, I went and I liked it. And it's like, what?
That's not a good enough reason.
What are you talking about?
Don't you have all the toxic masculinity to shield you from these things?
Yeah, and maybe it's because he's like 6'4" and fat, and he looks like a linebacker.
And so he's just comfortable in himself.
Yeah, I guess. And
Yeah.
no one had the opportunity to bully him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like your dad really hasn't been bullied. He
No.
wears overalls with a sweatband. That's
Yeah.
like his go-to outfit.
Holy
Every
shit.
day. He's a confusing man.
Dude, I think I need to kiss your dad.
Yeah.
I'll show you photos when we're done.
Dude, that is
He's a wild looking guy.
Dude, that is so many guys all at once.
No.
Long Island, 67-year-old man who loves musicals and wears a headband simultaneously.
With the overalls.
And who do you think he voted for out of all this?
Gary Johnson.
Joe Biden. Big loves Joe Biden.
Loves Joe Biden.
Loves Joe
Dude,
Biden.
honestly, 65 plus they love Joe Biden.
Yeah.
I have my grandparents have a picture with Joe Biden that I kid you not, I have been given over 3 times.
Like your own copy?
Yes, like they have made multiple rounds of photocopies of them and Joe Biden.
Wow.
And I have, dude, honestly, it's one of my favorite pictures in the world.
You have all 3 like hung up above your bed.
There was a point where I had like a 4x6, a 2x3, and
For your wallet?
yeah,
Like an ID?
I'm pulling my wallet out.
Like
It's
a
just a picture of my grandparents with Joe Biden.
It's like a rough day at work. He's like, open your wallet. It's like, okay, I can make it through.
You're at a bar. You're like, hey, I want to.
Yeah. Look at
see
this.
something?
Yeah.
I just wink at the bouncer, if you know what I mean. He's just like, I don't know what this is, but you can't come in.
Yeah, you're like, I need to get in. Like, you're flashing like a badge.
Oh, we'll take it from here, guys.
Yeah, my grandparents are very important.
Yeah.
Did they sign it?
No. Did they sign it? I got my grandparents' autograph on the picture of Joe. Not even Joe Biden's autograph.
No.
That's sick. I don't think I can co-sign musicals. I'm sorry.
What do you like?
Beautiful.
What do I like?
What's music you like?
Is anything.
I like. You know what I like is carrots with peanut butter.
Ooh.
What's that?
Okay.
What type?
Like the food?
Yeah.
I was talking about music.
No, I know, but then he said whatever, so I went with
okay.
his thing because he's the winner.
Yeah.
No, what do I like? I've been really into what have I been into lately? I've been into a lot of like old soul stuff,
Cool.
like James Brown. There's this guy who used to impersonate James Brown named Charles Bradley, who's really good.
Yeah, I know Charles Bradley.
Charles Bradley's good.
Did you listen to the musical Dreamgirls?
No,
It's a good one.
is it more like
It's about
soul?
Motown. It's about Motown.
See, I could maybe I love Motown. I do. I could maybe get down with that.
It's a good one.
So I'll say tentative. I'll listen to that,
Mm-hmm.
but tentatively, we are going to go with the winner here.
Okay.
That's
It's
definitely some bias on my part.
There's some follow up.
Yeah, we'll have to come on again and then rehash it. But thank you both for coming on.
Sure.
And
Thank you for
plug
having us.
anything that you have. And
Please
let the
listen.
people know. Yeah,
Please listen to Money Boys Radio.
Yeah. Check out Money Boys Radio.
I'm the
that's our-
first leg on the Money Boys radio tour, right?
That's
Yeah.
right.
That's sick.
The press tour.
We're going on Bert Kreischer's podcast after this.
Are you guys going to be shirtless on there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think his grooming looks like?
Probably not much.
Probably not. Yeah.
Probably not much.
Yeah.
He has shit in his ass pubes. for sure.
Definitely. I bet he smells like poop.
Yeah. I bet he reeks. I bet he reeks.
My type of guy.
Not like body odor, but like yeah.
Like-
he doesn't wipe his butt.
Yeah, no. That sucks.
Either that or he's like the cleanest fat guy you've ever met. You know what I mean?
No.
Okay.
I'm
I'm trying to stand up for fat
I
guys.
think
here.
on the podcast, I think he said he showers in the pool. Like he just goes in
Yeah.
the pool.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
There's chlorine in there.
chlorine. It probably smells like chlorine and poop.
So he smells like poop and chemicals. That's a good. That's a good cocktail right there.
Yes.
Sicko mode. Panty
We
mode.
can we can all agree poop and chemicals.
Yeah.
Beautiful combination.
All right. This
And
has been.
Oh, and follow me on Instagram. I'm going various places soon. Check that out.
at Nick Viagas. Yeah. NICKVIAGAS.
That's great.
Yes.
Lovely. This has been Common Enemies. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Sick.
That was fun.
And then.